Hi, I'm Leslie.
I'm Doreen.
90-Day Fiance, jumping right into this. And we're going to start out with Mohamed and Eve. You know, I have to let's start with something positive. Actually, the most appealing he was, and that says a lot because I've never found him appealing at all, but the most appealing he was, honestly, was when he was with her son. And I thought that was adorable. You could see there's something.
He did a good job with him. I still don't feel like he feels anything.
There was a kindness there for his son, for her son. And I
think he was just being a human being, personally. Just saying.
Well, that counts because we have a lot of people that aren't really human beings
true.
these days. So
That's
the
true.
bar is low in this. Anyway, but anyway, besides that, so now they have this whole disagreement, and I kind of saw his side that now she wants to have this wedding, and she needs to push it back because of the venues. And I was just sitting there thinking, did anybody not plan? If you knew you wanted this venue, you could have just put the deposit on when he was still in the other place. You know, like, think ahead, people. And I had compassion for him. Again, I don't know, it was just a weak moment maybe, but he's been planning. He wants to go back and see his mother, and he cannot do that without...
Go back and see his mother. I understood it. He wanted to support his mother. So that's what I heard. I heard him saying, you know, I need to help my mom.
Yeah, he does want to work. There is an urgency
He wants to support her. So my question is, you know, I was very upset with the whole... Well, you're not going to get me my papers, and I should find somebody else to get me my papers.
Yeah, how quick he just moved on. That was this, obviously the low point is that she really is just a sponsor.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just, she needs to like open up her eyes, and she can do better. And
I mean, and he's sitting here talking about all this and is supporting his mom, but I didn't hear him say, I want to work so even I can have a better life and I can help my family back home.
Yeah, I didn't put it all together, but I think you're right. But yeah.
Gotta go, Eve.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah, kick him to the curb. Anyway, all right, on to another one, which I have a lot to say about these two too, is Patrick and Thais. And this week was all about the issue that she doesn't want to tell her dad about the wedding.
How ridiculous.
Thoughts? What's your thoughts before I say mine?
First off, you can turn around and say, well, it's her decision. She knows her dad. It's her option. But I agree with Patrick and his brother that as a man, you know, I don't care if you're daddy's little girl. If, you know, hey, Dad, I got married. You're going to be like, and I didn't get to walk you down the aisle. I didn't have a say in this. I didn't, you know, it's one thing if the father says to the daughter, I don't like him. There's something wrong with him. I don't want you to marry him. And she says, too bad, I'm doing it anyway. I'm all for that. But for her to not even tell him, and he's met Patrick. That's the problem. Patrick shook his hand. He had dinner with him. He's done things with him. So he knows Patrick. So I agree. It looks very bad on Patrick if she does not tell her father.
I actually agree with her to the extent this is her father. She runs that relationship. He can give his opinions about that it's going to reflect badly upon me, or there's a chance that it will, and then she's going to have to own that responsibility if it does. But this is her father. She knows the dynamic, her call. The same way that's his brother and he runs that relationship and that guy is living in the house. It's got to work both ways. You know, you brought your brother into this house. I didn't like it, but that was your brother, you said, your family.
But a marriage, a dad walks his daughter down the aisle.
Her call. You can't have it both ways. I do think she should tell, but they should have got together the same way when she went to him and said, you know, I don't think this is good for our marriage. That you have a brother living here.
They should discuss it together 100%.
And he should have moved out. Well, he didn't. No, he didn't listen to it. They should have discussed it and said, what's best for our marriage? And the same way they should discuss this. And she would come to the conclusion that maybe that's not the best for our relationship with my father-in-law. But you can't have it both ways. You know, he can't then choose to run her family when she wasn't able to run his. So I
don't know. I think I do see your point. I totally see your point. It is hers.
Her father, her call.
His point is, you know, that's like me being with somebody going, well, I met your parents. They know me. I talked to them. Is
it awkward? Yeah. And she will have to own that.
But then
situation.
She has to tell, here's the answer.
So that was my decision.
Say, Patrick wanted me to tell you before the wedding. And I said no. Patrick was very upset about that. He thought you should know. I told him no, I made the decision. She has to say that. Then I'm okay with it.
You do your best for damage control. And if he holds it against, I mean, he should know his daughter. He should know his strong-willed daughter. I mean, they know the dynamic. This is his daughter.
Excuse me.
I think it was her call.
Okay.
Am I?
No, keeping me up.
Okay. I actually did fall asleep, and I had to watch it again. So
Yeah, I did too.
There were some boring moments in this. That is true.
Yes.
All right, on to another irritating couple. Bilal and Chida.
Her voice annoys me now. Now
Yes,
I feel
it's
like
very
it's annoying
odd.
me.
It's
annoying
a
the hell
very
out of me.
odd inflection and the dialect. It is a very weird thing. I have to say, the thingies.
Very fancy.
She can work that. I tell you,
Yeah, they're all
she
very
does work
pretty.
that. But on to the more important things, not with that friff stuff. Anyway, Bilal was like a little pissy mood this week.
Oh, yeah.
He's irritated because things aren't going his way. He don't want babies and he wants a prenup. You don't get both.
Well,
And
I think he needs to tell her he doesn't want babies. Doesn't say we could talk about it in the future, maybe. He needs to
that's
say,
just
I don't
mean.
want babies and I want a prenup. You make your decision.
Yes, put your cards on the table. If this is a deal breaker for you got to have that prenup. I get it. I actually understand that. But she's taking a risk too. There should be something in there for her. I'm not saying she takes everything that he's made in the last 15 years.
I don't think she takes anything in the beginning. I mean, if she's with him for, a long time, she should be okay, fine. But
well, she's given up. She had a yoga business over there.
oh, yeah,
we
her
don't
hot
we don't
yoga. I was well known in the community. That's
I
great.
don't
That doesn't
know,
mean
but
you're doing really well.
But is it just because? No, I think if she takes the risk, takes marriage, there should be something for her. What? I don't even know what. But I even found like she did the little yoga thing. She brought the kids out, tried to have a good time, I appreciated that. Like she's trying. He was actually cute at one point. I was like, oh, he actually saw personality because I see nothing with this guy. There's not an ounce.
Dull.
The two of them are so non-sexual to me. I mean, there's nothing.
Well, I think for the religion purposes anyway, but
But they're having sex.
how do we know?
He said that. He said they had that religious ceremony so that they could bypass that.
Oh, they
little
did?
rule.
Where was
Yes.
I?
I'm
When was
sleeping,
the-
obviously.
When
Sleeping.
was their religious ceremony?
Someone comment, but I believe that their religion says they cannot until they do a something, and they did that something.
I didn't
it was
know
like
that.
it was like a little loophole in the document,
Yeah.
basically, and they hit that.
All right, please let us
he could
know
hit
if that happened and like what it was. Yeah, I did not know.
So I
Okay.
believe, I don't know if they are now because they do not look like
They have
there's
no emotion.
anything happening there.
Yeah.
But they did the little yoga and it was cute. That was actually a cute moment or whatever. And he, of course, Bilal after said, she's the best at that, implying kind of like,
She's good at yoga.
that's about it. And like everything else, not so much. But they need to just, it's not a match. It's not a match. Hit the road. Anyway, everyone had issues with the 90 days this week. Those 90 days were ticking.
Maybe it should be a
way
120-day
too
fiance.
frickin' quick,
We
yes.
need a little extra time.
Yes, the 90 days is rough.
We should look that up. Like, why did they start a 90-day visa to decide to get married? How about a 1 year? Because they don't want people in the country that long? I guess that's why. Maybe that's why, to limit the time that they're in a country, because everybody could come over for a whole year and disappear. So I think that's probably why. But anyway.
I don't know why I was
It
not
should be
in that
90
position.
days and then renew it for another 90 and that's it. Like,
Well, if it was a year, would we watch this shit for a year?
No.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they just realized, just from a point of view of the audience, that they had to make the laws that would support
there you
the
go.
show.
That's what it was.
Because I ain't watching this shit. 365 day, what?
No.
365 day fiance? No. Not tuning in for that. Anyway, on to Jibri and Miona. He's definitely waking up that she's definitely like a little bit of a spoiled brat, wants what she wants. She is not changing on her beach wedding, even though
She
they
is
live nowhere near a
compromising.
beach.
Like, doesn't have to be big. Let's elope. She's and I get her point. Do you want to have fucking excuse my French, buffaloes and snow? Like, so if they just elope, where is the difficulty? I mean, the parents could go to California. They could go to Florida. They could go somewhere decent. They don't have to go to an exotic island. And they can go on a beach and have the parents there. And now the grandmother said that she would do the wedding for them. She's, I guess, an ordained minister.
Grandma's cool.
Grandma's
the
very
voice
cool.
of reason. Grandma
Very
over
cool.
there. And
she knows she loves him. He loves
She
her.
loves
She's like,
him. She
no,
loves
he
him.
loves her. Because
He
he goes, I
loves her.
see it. Yeah.
yes, very cute relationship. And I actually agree that they need some space.
Oh, yeah. You can't be together 24/7 at
Yeah,
all.
that is a recipe for disaster. I did like their matching sweaters. Did you
That was
catch
cute.
that?
I did. That was very cute. I thought that was cute. Very South Dakota-y or wherever they are.
I don't know. Yeah.
And all of these 90-day things that get me is, well, I can't work. I can't work. I mean, no offense, IRS or whatever, there's a million under the table jobs.
Yeah.
You know, so so there's options. I mean, hell, you can babysit for a neighbor just for something. There's so many things that you can do without working papers and stuff. I don't know if any
You
of
could
these people
start a
try.
YouTube channel.
Look at that. You can do that.
Lord
It's
knows
great.
you make tons of money doing that. Gotta love the process. Anyway, on to Ari and Benny. Have something to say about this. You know, these people, so the whole thing, I guess she had a little pregnancy scare.
Oh, yeah, that
I
was
don't even
scary.
get the scares. Like, you either know you have an option to get pregnant or you don't. Like, that should never be
Well, they
coming
weren't
down to
thinking
it.
about it, and then it was, oh, I feel crappy. Oh, crap. Yeah, they're not taking precautions, obviously.
Obviously not,
Yeah.
you know, but whatever. Benny wants tons of kids. Yeah, this should have come up
Where
long
was
before
the
now.
10 kids? Where did that happen?
Must be in Ethiopia. But whatever. But what was really weird is this Leandro. I have to agree with him. He
I
is
agree.
way too involved. You should not have your ex-husband initiating a conversation about how many children you're going to have. Like that. And Benny quietly sits by, and I'm like, I agree. He is way too involved in their life. That was ridiculous. So is Patrick. The two of these people are too involved in the couple's life.
Patrick.
Oh, I'm back to
Back to
Patrick and
Patrick.
Thais.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, but the brother's
Well,
way
you
too
know
involved.
what? I think what happened. So, Leandro being her best friend, she says it's a best friend. I think that's great that you could be married to somebody, have a great relationship, but realize you're not right for each other and be best friends. However, yes, he should not be as involved as he is. I'm taking my ex-husband wedding dress shopping? Oh, hell no.
When your ex-husband's asking when your last period, no, that's not a like, he should not know your cycle. Like, it's just, it was just wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, I'm
but
with Benny on that too.
I'm
but
with Benny
but they
too.
both, she's right. She's like, you know, I love you and I want to stay with you for Ari, or Avi, but it's like, wait a minute, you can't, like, okay. And it almost seems like in my mind, I was watching Benny's face. In my mind, I feel like what he had said a few episodes back when he was like, well, maybe she can just get me the papers then. He can stay in America, which would be smart for both of them. So he can help with the baby. He can be involved in the baby's life, but she can do whatever she wants to do. And then he can do his MMA and get a job and fund himself. So
just
to me,
go
that's
right,
a great idea.
Yeah, just come over and go right to the basically divorced parents co-parenting a child. Just skip the marriage part. But, you know, maybe
well, they got to get married, get the things, and then get
they gotta
divorced.
do
If
that.
that's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, and I don't know if they have to because they are in love. They did want to do it, but if that's really the case, you know, I know maybe the rules aren't supposed to do that, but they were trying.
Yeah.
Like, so why should the guy have to go back when he has a son here that he wants to help raise and be part of?
They're in a whole unique situation because of that child.
And what kills me is that she does not like work or barely, and like Leandra
she
said,
has
they have
that
no money.
social media job now. She's very busy.
But I mean, like, is that her parents? Did they just support her that her whole life?
Friend, I don't even know.
I mean, how do you say, Mom and Dad, me and my fiance and my baby are moving somewhere? Oh, can you pay the rent? Like, how do you? I don't get that.
I don't get that. But anyway, on to actually the couple that didn't have really problems this week, that actually looked like they took some intelligent steps forward like adults. And one of the youngest, Guillermo and Cara.
Yes, he's adorable. I'm telling you, he is
He's
mature.
adorable.
He's wonderful.
Yes, and just showing, you know, I guess his brother died horrible, and
sad.
Cara stepped up and was like compassionate and all the things you wanted.
Took him out for a good time.
I was
had
like,
fun.
wow, because she's
Agreed on the wedding now, but just smaller, so they both.
A compromise.
Oh my God.
That's how it should work. I go, what? How it? And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I really liked her this week. And I've never been a fan. I was like, oh wow, you know.
And I've loved him from day one. I thought he was adorable, and now just all of his maturity. He's so mature
for being so
and
young.
level-headed.
All those other flunkies could learn from this guy.
Yeah, we love him.
Yeah, we love him.
So I want them to make it too.
Anyway, yeah. So that is our recap. We'll be following these people. What do we got? Another
I don't know, forever.
I think it's like 40 days left. I think they're 90.
No,
40,
some of them
days,
are like
50 days.
Some of them are like 20 days, 3 weeks till they get
weird.
married.
They all do seem like they're on different time, which makes sense. Of course, they're all not going to hop over years. They all get off the plane.
Everybody.
That's true. I should have thought of it. They're not going to start a timer. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They're all on different schedules. But anyway, that is our recap. If you liked our recap, please subscribe and help us out here on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And hit the notification bell. and leave the comments, give us your insights to all this stuff, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.